Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel. Um, I'm playing what am I playing? I'm playing a EGI WM France deck G4 5 G6 7 with N-Wall's G8 collection. Draft 10 with Wallfly, Barnowl, and Pain. And Pain or barnowl was saying he's a subscriber to the channel. So that's always really cool because, as I've said, that's always been the goal, to get people to watch and then to come online so that I have more people to play with. Um, hey, Relicred. Yeah, I knew I started OBS. I didn't realize that I had started the stream that already. Opening pack. This is a bunch of junk. I guess we can look at Circus Owner. Maybe these traveling players pay 2 food. You pay place 4 fences on round 10. Start of the round. You can build all those fences immediately. Oh, that actually looks good. So take traveling players. Your goal is to take it at 3 food, and if you do that, you're getting a wood and 4. You're getting 4 wood and a food. But you're like the circus owner is giving you the fence action. I don't know. Like some card like prosecutor could be a lot more fun. For example. Like something like Prosecutor could be a lot more fun, or like Ice Cream Seller could be strong if we stack up on Family Growth. I'm going to take this Circus Owner here. And if nothing else, because I don't want to give it to Paid. I don't want to give it to Paid because then Paid will only ever take Traveling Players. Alright, so this is a pretty easy Magician here as a follow-up to my Circus Owner. Yeah, so the dream now is Circus Owner round 1, Magician round 2 into Traveling Player's second action. Get food, grain, 4 wood. Now, of course, the 4 wood comes a lot later, but yeah. Uh, expect 24601. God, this seems like a pretty good 24601 hand. Just because Circus Owner should mean that I fill my farm quite easily. That's what they call a combo. That's right. This is payback for not first picking Ice Skater yesterday. This is like, okay, we're gonna beat you over the head with the traveling players combos. We're gonna give you an opening pack that's so bad you can't consider taking anything other than Circus Owner. And maybe Circus Owner will prove to be very good. The hard thing about Circus Owner is the traveling players space is pretty bad if you're not gaining food off of it. So that's why I think a card like Magician's probably pretty important. Because, like, okay, if it's just a 4 wood action, then what you've essentially done is put a food action in, which of playing Circus Owner, and then you've taken 4 food out of the game in stage 1, which actually makes a pretty big difference on the game, on the economy of the game. Like, that seems like it makes quite a big difference. Alright. Um, Remodeler's fine. Speculator's fine. I could go either way. With Magician, I think it's a pretty easy speculator. But now we've got 3 Ox that need to come out in stage 1. So that's the kind of the reason that I don't like Speculator here. But I mean, Speculate the Stone Oven round 9. I've talked about it enough times. What this probably means is, like, I might have to do Circus Owner Day Labor round 1. Like, that might be what I have to do. All right. Whenever any player uses a traveling player's action, you receive one good of every type you already took in the same round. So you play Knife Juggler, and then if your two actions came before me, and you took Reedstone Food and a Wood action, you get an extra Reedstone Food Wood. That seems quite good, and like it seems taking it out of the draft worthy, right? Because someone's gonna see Magician's Gone and pick it up, I think. Squire, place a mark on a round one action space. Start of each round, move it to the next. Unless it is round 5, then remove. You receive a guest token or use the action space with the marker. Oh, Squire seems good. Because you place it on round 1, then you take the round 1 space, you get the action back. You advance it, you take the round 2 space, you get it back. You advance it, you take the round 3 space. So you need to plan that you want a fencing, a sow-bake action, a sheep action, and a major minor action. Major minor is easy to do, sow-bake's pretty easy to do. Taking sheep, you can always take one sheep. It doesn't cost you very much. But I think the fencing action is particularly bad for me this game. So as good as I think Squire seems quite impressive to me. I love me some Storehouse Miner. I'm just gonna block pick Knife Juggler here. Yeah, like it's bad enough that Bard's here as well. Like I'm gonna feed someone with Bard, but you know what? There's a chance Bard falls out of the draft. Knife Juggler seems a lot stronger than Bard. So I think that's the one I want to deny. Um, I mean, Storyteller. I think I'm not taking Storyteller though, because it's definitely not coming out in stage 1, which means it's missing the first 2 procs. So I think I could grab Plowdeal Maker, I could grab Prosecutor here. I like Prosecutor quite a bit here. Playing this and then building the Clay Oven after seems great. And like this seems like a hand that's kind of okay with growing late because of Circus Owner. Like the really important thing is just trying to get all 15 fences out of Circus Owner. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't say up to 4 fences. So I wonder if you can't actually do it a third time. I should look at the text on Circus Owner. 3 or 4. Did you mean up to or exactly 4? And the wording is whenever. And well says using it 3 times. So you can only ever use it 3 times. I mean, that's still good. I think I'm supposed to take Plowdeal Maker because Prosecutor is like yet another card I have to play before baking with my Magician. I think I have to take Plowdeal Maker here. Um, don't really want Furrier, but I guess I take it because the rest of these cards are pretty bad. I mean, maybe Well Cellar is okay. Yeah, not a great pack here. I mean, maybe I want Furrier to feed Plowdeal Maker. Seems like I'm almost always missing the first proc, though, and if I'm missing the first proc, then, like, what is it doing? Kind of like Covetous Farmer here. I kind of like a Covetous Farmer round 5 to get the stone that I've never gotten. The problem is someone might not have gotten on Raidstone Food, so it's not reliable. And tax collector's fine. Hello, Plowman's Lunch. Winter's Rest. Once in round 9, this is an action space for you only that provides family growth without room and 3 food. Um, yeah. Yeah, that seems incredible. This seems like it's asking me to make a hand that doesn't care about building resources at all. I like the Plowman's Lunch, but I got Deal Maker here. I think I can try to wheel it. Ceramics is good as well, but I mean, Winter's Rest seems... This card seems very, very strong. What am I missing? For you only, that provides family growth without room, and it's an action space. And you can play it in round 8 and then grow in round 9. This seems incredible. I almost wish that the other players could take it just for 3 food, just to block you. So that there's like a little bit of interaction. Because growing that many times for no effort seems absurd. Pretty easy sunflower farm here, but I'll read the rest of the cards. Dowsing Rod, 3 markers, plow 3 times, wells and mine improvement cost nothing. Smoker, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, easy sunflower farm, I think. Oh, I see. You guys are saying that once means once, one time. I read once here as when you get into round 9. I see. I read this differently. So I read this as a different kind of once. I read this as that would be after round 9. Right, but I mean, in terms of English, it lines up. Starting in round 9. Yeah, starting in round 9. Sure. But I mean, once in round 9 can mean the same thing. Okay, I see what you're saying. It makes more sense given that this is a card that exists and is in the collection, and it got yeah. This makes more sense because it would be absurd otherwise. And I'm not the only one who thinks that it's not clear. But see, guys, I agree with you. You're right that there is a better Agricola convention to define those terms. The problem is a lot of our cards don't follow those conventions, and a huge amount of our issue comes from the cards that don't follow those conventions. So I just think it's like... And I was being lectured yesterday about how, that you can't look at the text on the card and think about what it really means, right? It's BJD. I mean, I think that's a poorly worded card. I read that and the fact that it meant only one time did not come into my mind at all. I didn't think that for a second. Brickyard could be good here. But Diamond Mine is really good, so. Hmm. I kind of wish I had not taken Plow Deal Maker and instead had taken. Oh, Prosecutor could have been pretty good. Watering can's okay with Sunflower Farm actually, because sometimes you sow and it's going to be empty after the round 14 harvest. So then watering can lets you get around that. Um, yeah, it hurts passing Stonehouse Extension to the Prosecutor. Kind of want to take watering can here. Because I'm kind of all in on this Sunflower Farm a little bit. The thing I did not talk about at all was playing Knife Juggler myself. So Knife Juggler can be triggered by my Furrier, by my Tax Collector. Um, I think it can trigger my Magician for grain, extra grain. I didn't really consider it. I only read it as something another person would play. Now the thing is, if you're using a traveling player's action, then the odds that you're getting a bunch of different goods are not that high. I'll take Stonehouse Extension. Seems unlikely that it works alongside Winter's Rest In, so it's probably a one or the other thing, but I think that's fine. Horse team. Plow 2 field by paying 2 grain. That seems like a thing that I would like to do if I have enough grain. I mean, Camembert is quite good. I like Camembert. The problem I have with horse team is that I'm not actually sure how many grain I'm gonna sow this game. Like, how many times am I actually taking traveling players? Certainly 3 times. After that, once. 4 grain total. One to the clay oven. Maybe two when I build the stone oven. If I'm trying to actually do stuff with Plow Deal Maker, I guess I have to ask myself: is this Plow Deal Maker going to be good or not? Let's take Camembert. I'm pretty surprised Dowsing Rod is still here. This is a card that I'm surprised got past Pain. Rock Garden's not embarrassing here as well, if I actually want to play Stonehouse Extension. I like Brickyard here. Yeah, I think this could be a Brickyard hand. Play it in round 3. Collect clay and build the clay oven in round 7. if I need the food. I can plow twice in stage 1 and get the early grain sown. Plowman's luncheon wheel. Yeah. I also don't think it's impossible that I do both. I think it's very unlikely, but I don't think it's impossible. Oh, Bard came out already. Rip. I don't know, man. I'm playing with Wallfly and Pain. Like, Pain could do anything, literally anything. And I'm playing with a player who has 4 played games on the site. I think literally anything is possible in this game. Yeah, like I would almost certainly need to get. I would almost certainly need to get a 2 or 3 stone action, and I would need to get 3 reedstone food actions. Probably 4 reedstone food actions. But I mean, I have diamond mine. I think it's unlikely. I think it's not impossible that I create a scenario where I play Family Growth Winter's Rest into Grow Winter's Rest. I think it's not likely, but Payne says we finally get to see William Clow. So like the thing is, Joe, it's unlikely because most of the time these guys are going to take the actions I need, and like I'm just going to be forced to take wood or clay. But what if I'm never forced to take wood or clay? I don't know. No cheap ox there. Probably speculate. If it's not, I think I play Brickyard. And cheap ox gonna be there. Looks like because barnowl probably is taking 3 grain over cheap ox. When is Brickyard? What's the timing on it? Start of each round. So if I play it next round, 1, 2, 3, 4, I can get a payout in round 8. Also, I'm in the wrong corner. These guys are going to yell at me. Get out of my corner! Did I pay the food? I have not yet. Play clown when? Who do we even really like? So we got the magician, but magician's not really a clown. We have the acrobat. Acrobat's not a clown in the sense that we might think of. What's our clown? What are the Agricola clowns? Crockery lover, which is not something I can pursue, but my furrier might be playable. Village fool, storehouse clerk. Oh come on, doing my storehouse clerk dirty there, average Joe. Wallfly played butterfly catcher. I don't know how this became Wallfly's pet card, but it did. I don't think she made it. Someone else made it. Yeah, she's gonna do one at a time. Clowning doesn't have to be bad. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're talking about like the way we use it in Agricola. Yeah, I'm thinking it very strictly in the like an actual clown. Oh, who drafted prosecutor? I'll be very sad if it went out of the draft. Man, I should have taken prosecutor. What was I thinking? Every game I don't draft prosecutor, it's a good game for it. Every game that I do, it's usually pretty bad. Love me some prosecutor here. Nice discount on Stonehouse Extension and then Winter's Rest. Ooh, ooh wee. Ooh, Rick. Whoops. Well, I'm not supposed to take that. Is Payne gonna build a wood room in round 4? What is this nonsense? Imagine Payne building a room in round 4. What kind of a game is this? This isn't Payne. I've switched. Yeah, exactly. We've switched bodies with each other. It's funny. I like that. uh, I enjoy that. I enjoy that quite a bit. All right. So yeah, 5 clay, reedstone food. The dream is alive. The dream is absolutely alive here. 5 clay is the perfect number because it's the clay oven plus 2 clay reno. And since I can second action diamond mine, missing out on 1 reedstone food proc is not the end of the world. The big problem with this is the 4th occupation is very expensive. The 4th occupation is extremely expensive here. Oh. Rip the clay oven. Oh well. Hmm. So what am I doing instead of building the clay oven? What? Oh, Payne just built the clay oven. Holy crap. That was terrible for Barnowl and I, and amazing for Wallfly. That was so good that Payne just spent a bunch of clay on something that's not a cookery. That was really good for Wallfly. But obviously, Payne's doing um, free pottery, right? So he first picked Wealthy Man. That's what Payne's got to have. It's I gotta imagine it's first pick Wealthy Man for Payne. I can't really see what else this is here. Yeah, the ceramics. That's it. Free pottery. Yeah, ceramics into free pottery. Yeah, I would guess that he's got Wealthy Man and he first picked it. Bad for me. Pretty bad for me. Wallfly tree planting here. I guess I just take wood and build a wood room. I could still try to make Winter's Rest happen. That was so bad for me. I actually can't get over how bad that was for me. That was such a disaster. That was such a disaster. And then Beatstone food here for Barnowl. So like I just let Payne get his ceramics here. I really want to start player, but giving Barnowl the double build I think is unacceptable and not worth the risk. Because, yeah, Payne's just playing ceramics here. Well, this is a form of clowning. Building the clay oven without baking to take to play a free pottery. This is a form of clowning. 2 majors for the price of 1. I wonder if Payne opened Crockery Lover. I mean, if you know about Crockery Lover, that's a pretty excellent reason to force ceramics. I'm just forced to take the food here, I think. And I can't even circus owner here. I need the food. And now I can't stable block either. Yeah, this is about as bad as it could have gone. Yeah. No, it's perpetual student for Payne. Wallfly getting 6 wood here. I mean, Wallfly is just absolutely in the driver's seat here. Wallfly is just absolutely in the driver's seat. $11 wood, already built a room for his fireplace, control over the sheep. And the stone oven is gone. This is really a disaster. This is really a disaster. Now I think my game plan is Winter's Rest in round 9 and hope that that's enough. So I'll take 4 wood here because it lets me play Winter's Rest. And I'm pretty sure Barnowl is building the stone oven second move. So I'm pretty sure I don't actually need to start player for family growth. Although Wallfly could easily 3 read build. Oh, yeah, this is bad. Yeah, I have to start player. What, start player Camembert? Go into that with no read? Oh, that's gonna be tough to pull off. So if I start player Camembert, I mark family growth, read traveling players, because I know I want all 3 of those actions. And then ideally I get 2 read round 9. Then in my dream scenario, I'm playing round 9, round 8 family growth traveling players. And then round 9 is like Furrier, Winter's Rest, Growth. That means there's no read action in there. Yeah, it seems like there's not really a way to make this work. Boy, I wish I had Prosecutor. This game did not go as expected or as hoped. I guess I don't have to take traveling players next round. I could take the read after. And if I do that and I make if I speculate, like let's say I take 2 read and 9, then speculate the BMW. And I'm only fencing 8 here, which feels like such a letdown. Oh well. I need to feed 3 food and a grain. So I wonder where the off ramp was this game. Like I'm sure there was an off ramp somewhere. Where was it? Was it literally Prosecutor over Plow Deal Maker? Adding Prosecutor as another stage as another card I need to play in stage 2 after Magician, Circus Owner, Speculator. I felt like that was just never gonna work out. And especially because Speculator is just not really that good with Prosecutor. Like they both help you play majors, and like you're building a major that you don't get a discount on, which is like, and what's Prosecutor doing? But it ended up that the Winter's Rest and Stonehouse Extension both pretty great with Prosecutor because they're very expensive. Um, So do I try for my growth here, or do I get another 4 wood? I think that's my calculus here. So I could take reedstone food or play an occupation. Are any majors getting built soon? Tax collector, like, this is also a terrible tax collector game because 3 of the best things to tax collect are already built. So then it's just furrier, hoping that the crockery lover fight gives me stuff there. Or is it knife juggler? Because if I actually get to the 4th family member, then last action traveling players will be a pretty reasonable move. Let's try it. It feels like the ceiling of the non Winter's Rest game is just way too low. That's kind of my. I think that's the tipping point. Is that it just feels like I'm never competing with Pain or Wallfly here, both of whom grew before me, both of whom have much superior feeding, and Wallfly has, you know, and Barnowl. Barnowl's doing fine as well. Not getting the neither of us getting the clay oven is just really disastrous though. Really super disastrous. So I have to go back and look at that ceramics pick and say, hey, do I just need to take ceramics here? It might have been in the same pack with Winter's Rest, I guess. Or Sunflower Farm. Let's speculate the BMW here. So yeah, 2 read, start player Winter's Rest into Winter's Rest. And then the rest of the way, the game kind of becomes about plowing. Probably the Sunflower Farm is not good. But I mean, if I plow twice and sow in stage 4, then that's the worst time to sow a Sunflower Farm. Uh, I mean, if I get to 4 family members with Knife Juggler, I might actually just take. I might actually just take traveling players every round, and then maybe Sunflower Farm is okay. Like plow Sunflower Farm every single round. Barnowl is doing really well for a player with like 5 4-player games on the site, I think. Coming out of this round without having to eat any more grain is pretty impressive. Only having to have eaten 1 grain here is pretty great. And 4 food reed, feed 7. Yeah, getting out of this with no oven, only having had like if I get to knife juggle round 10, not bad. Only getting 8 fences out of this fence card though is pretty terrible. I think it's quite terrible. So yeah, all things considered, given circus owner, I probably consider not playing Winter's Rest. Or I probably consider drafting something other than Winter's Rest if I realize that it can only be used once. There's the plowman's lunch. Um, yes, I'm trying to last move traveling players here, which maybe. 4 wood, 4 clay, reedstone food. I guess the pottery's gone, so the clay doesn't mean too much to me. Could also plow as well. I guess I don't think plow's going to be that contested given Wallfly has 2 of them out already, and Barnowl is sitting up plowman's lunch. Oh. Ooh, took. Does took mean this doesn't work with diamond mine? Old took, new received. The idea is just too weak. No way to save this card. Oxman's so funny. Alright, so it doesn't actually work the way I hoped it did. I hoped it worked with Diamond Mine, but apparently it doesn't. Feels bad, man. Cards not working the way I want them to. Is this what it feels like to be a new player playing on Play-agricola? No, that doesn't work the way that you've always played that it works. You're reading it wrong. So I like building the well, but I like trying to get this traveling players action back and getting wood, reed, stone out of it. I mean, Wallfly's at 8 food. Not impossible. To obtain newcomers, you must play as one. Yeah, I mean, I probably should play more EIK games on the site. Or, yeah. Yeah, the other reason that I'm okay with letting the well go here is that Stonehouse Extension in like 13-14 is as good, almost as good as the well. It's 3 points versus 4. Oh, I get an extra G. It didn't take enough grain. I only took the woodreed stone. I should get the grain as well. Nice. Okay. Oh, makes me marginally more optimistic on Sunflower Farm. The problem is, like, I need a cooking hearth because I am going to need to bake grain. Like, I can't make this many grain and not bake any of them. That just doesn't work. Pain builds the well. Yeah, FFGG wood is going to be about as good as it gets with my fourth action, so I might actually just be taking traveling players every round. Giving Wallfly a million reed in the process, or a wood in the process. Um, so 3 sheep seems fine. Also, I should say, Pain building in round 4 into not defending star player in round 5. I should have talked about that. That's a pretty pain move. Like start play, like build round 4 with no intention of start playering in round 5. He's was always building the clay oven there, I'm sure, which is just funny. Oh, Wallfly took the sheep. All right, I guess I'll take a one cattle at some point and double it. Will be the idea. And I just literally cannot get enough wood, apparently. Wood, plow, cattle, magician. And after this, I probably just first move plow the rest of the way. Because I've got 11 wood now. That's enough for the joinery, a nice joinery plus my remaining 7 fences. Or a fine joinery, not necessarily. I mean, it's a nice one because I can take more wood later, but. I wish I could play sax like this. I can play, but not like this. I'm terrible at improvisation. I can do the turning notes. I can read sheet music really well. I am terrible with improvisation. 24601, nice. Barnow's got a fantastic hand and has played it well. Sure it is. It says don't know if it's a play. Absolutely. 2 points per round is amazing here. 2 points from a bunch of 3 actions. Yeah, absolutely. Ooh. Reno in round 12 looks pretty important, actually. If I want to Reno twice, which I should Reno twice because I have the 5 stone. So actually renovating quite early in round 12 seems like a pretty important play because otherwise I'm playing for Reno. Otherwise, then you have to first move Reno in 13. If you do, you're not taking star player, which makes it very difficult to get Reno in 14 unless the person immediately in front of you start players. So. Ugh. Could also grab a vegetable here. That would be the other thing to do. plus FGG wood cattle. Because it's goods, right? Yeah. And then I feed 8 and eat a reed. Breed my cattle. Wallfly first move plowed. I'm a bit surprised by that. I'm a bit surprised by that, actually. But maybe she just doesn't really have anything else that she really needs. I don't know. The 4 clay seems like it's uncontested. So I mean, if Start Player comes back, I'm pretty sure I'm taking Start Player Sunflower Farm. Yeah. So I like 3 reed here. I mean, Reedstone Food is an option also. I mean, Pain might want to build another clay room. Don't think it's... Yeah, it's not impossible. Like, the way he laid out his farm tells me that, like, there's a chance he has beacons, unless he was just minimizing Butterfly. But he might have some, like, Cloister or something. So I'm a little... Like, I'm a tiny bit worried about Pain taking these reed. Wallfly did Start Player. Ooh, Hayrake for Pain. I'm gonna play Cloud Maker then. Yeah, totally. I'm gonna play Cloud Maker and pay 8 food for 3 more fields because of Sunflower Farm. Yeah, yeah, I like that. Makes for a kind of a crappy magician round, so I'll consider not doing it in favor of fencing probably. Yeah, could just fence. There are animals available next round that I can take instead. The big problem is a total lack of food, but I guess I could just eat raw grain. deal, obviously. It's only the plow and field space, right? Yeah. So, okay, so I was gonna say, start player if it's there. Even if Wallfly takes plow sow, I need a sow bake action in the final round. Um, ooh, being left plow sow here hurts quite a bit. Oh well, it's what I gotta do anyways. So I went to jazz camp one time on the recommendation of a music teacher, except that the camp he recommended was like so far out of my league, it was ridiculous. Like we had people from like the New York jazz scene, like high schoolers from the New York jazz scene coming to this camp. It was like, oh my god. Uh yeah, it was not for beginners or not for people who have played a lot of piano but are not necessarily jazz musicians. It was very tough. I love jazz music, but it's hard. Did I have fun? Kind of. It was okay. It was different. If I want to eat, I could eat cattle. I could take clay here and then reno cooking hearth, but that means not taking these three boar. And I just think there's no way I'm not taking these three boar. Um, the people were really good and really intense, and there was some really small. I don't know if it was a Caribbean country. I don't remember anymore. But there was like the National Youth Jazz Band of some Caribbean island nation there, and they were very good. They were very good. They just all came to this camp. Like I don't know if they got sponsored to go or got recommended to go or whatever. And yes, there was some, and I only knew one guy. There's one guy from my high school who went, but I didn't even know him that well. Like we weren't really that good friends. So it was tough. It was really tough. But there were at least a third of the people who were even worse than me. So I didn't feel too bad. Or not worse, but just like similarly inexperienced. So if I'm not gonna, if I'm not going to, if I'm not gonna make stables, I kind of hate taking the sheep here, just because it's super overkill. So I'm gonna take clay, and then my thinking is, last action could be Reno cooking hearth. Oh, is Payne gonna market cry? That's funny. And if it's Reno cooking hearth, that's how I pay for future fields. But yeah, it seems like Wallfly is probably going to take Plow So from me. And the fact that the Plow and field space is going untaken this round is... It's devastating. It's really devastating. I guess I can hope for second move So Bake, but Barnowl is probably going to take it, right? Also, there were some adults there, which was really weird. F, G, G, O, Clay. Then a wood, a reed, and 3 food. Yeah, nobody plows this round. Brutal. Brutal! Wallfly saying she should have had another turn. Okay. Things ever went my way this game, I didn't see it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It might just be a flawed game plan from the outset, right? Trying to do too many different things at once. Certainly, Circus Owner was... It was... It was fine. Um, Not getting the third proc is pretty disappointing. And I don't get the third proc because I don't get to build an oven. So, like, going into this round with eight grain and 0 fields. My turn. Sure. family growth, I guess. Paint has defense here, right? Which means plow isn't even getting taken. Barnowl is just gonna plow so second move. Or sorry, so bake second move. And my sunflower farm is worthless. That's too bad. Oh, nice! Wallfly plow. So now there is a chance that Barnowl decides not to do the thing they need to do to feed. And that I get to so bake. Uh, 3 grain seems wrong there. I mean, Payne will probably use his hay rake, right? So then my remaining 2 moves are Reno, Cooking Hearth, and Sheep. The sheep just start disappeared, so vegetable. Oh, Diplomat. Oh, I forgot about Diplomat. I'll eat 2 grain here. It's a plow deal make. Whoops, that should still be here. Well, if I took Butterfly. So, I mean, I have a reasonable scoring farm. But the fact that I'm not getting any bonuses out of my guilds hurts. And missing sheep hurts. So last move is 2 points, means I score 50. Wallfly just took my 2-point move from vegetable. So I can take a 1-point wood. Oh, Bartering Hut is good for me. Bartering Hut is amazing for me. Oh, okay. Thank you. I actually get my sheep. So I spend all my resources for a sheep and a boar. Yeah, that was fantastic for me. And then I can eat 5 grain and a cattle. 5 grain and a cattle to feed 9. I mean, now I score 51 because that got me an extra point from that bartering hut. So, yeah, 51 is solid. Is it good enough? Wallfly's farm is kind of a letdown, just looking at her empty spaces. Barnowl is missing some animals. Missing out on organic farmer feels pretty bad, but yeah. Wow. Do I win this game? If I do, I guess double growing before the end of round 9 is pretty good. Yeah, it looks like I did win this game, which is kind of nuts. Um, the quality of my miners is quite high. The fact that Sunflower Farm did anything was huge. And if Barnowl is second, we probably have to look at Barnowl and say, you probably need to block So Bake from me. Yeah, paint score is 39. Yeah, I mean, I think forcing the... Oh, he probably forgot about crockery. He definitely forgot about crockery. Crockery lover. Yeah, Barnell's like plus 18. So it might be close. Barnell's probably around 50. But yeah, Payne kind of went all in for those crockery points. And the problem with building the ceramics, building the clay oven without baking is, like I said, then you're not building a way to eat other stuff, and then your food can matter. But with Perpetual Student, maybe not. Did I win this? No, Barnell's missing 4 family members. So 1 for Plowman's Lunch, 2 for Organic Farmer, 8 for 24601. Yeah, it looks like they got that right. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Barnowl denying... If Barnowl denies me So Bake, Barnowl wins. So yeah, getting the So Bake action won me the game. Yeah, I was very fortunate to get that after the 4th field. That was really important for me. Well, I mean, my improvement score is good. Every single needed to bake more grain, so I was stuck. $43, $47, $51, $42. My miners are very good. Diamond Mine, Camembert, Winter's Rest, Sunflower Farm. I don't know. Growing twice in round 9 is very good. Uh, I just have a pretty good scoring farm in spite of my negative on vegetable and my empty spot. Like 3 points from cattle, 4 points from boar, 4 points from grain, 5 family members. Guess I have a pretty good farm. Um, yeah, I think this was one where if my opponents play optimally, then I don't have a chance here. Oh yeah, hey Ducker, aka Barnowl. Yeah, GG. I was thinking about asking you what your Twitch name was, but I thought maybe you were referring to sub on YouTube. Good game. So I think in this one, this is a game where if like Pain building the clay oven was disastrous for Barnowl and I. Um, but if he doesn't, like, and Barnowl gets the crockery lever points and the clay oven, then we're probably just losing to Barnowl, right? And even with that, I'm probably still supposed to be losing to Barnowl if Barnowl blocks my so bake. Now the so bake was like some food. It was 4 points and 5 food. So yeah, hard to imagine that was not the winning move for me. I think. Yeah, Payne building the clay oven. Yeah, it was, and I passed him ceramics, so I can maybe look at the draft. I assume that he knew about crockery lover, and that's why he grabbed ceramics there. I'll look at the draft quick. Why is this on? So first pick perpetual student into market crier into schnapps master. So yeah, there's the crockery lover. I figured Payne had to know about it. He first picked Hayrake. That's a pretty. Seems like a very non-Payne first pick. Yeah, Horse Team never came out. Horse Team would have been good for me. Horse Team would have been good for me. I could have played that instead of. Well, no, not really instead of the Sunflower Farm, because I still need to play Sunflower Farm. I guess I play it instead of Plow Deal Maker. Yeah, I could have done that. I was not really thinking about playing Knife Juggler, but Knife Juggler plus Magician, getting an extra grain plus whatever you took earlier in the round, which could be cattle or boar or vegetables, like, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I guess Circus Odor ended up being okay. I don't know. My food was pretty rough for a while, but with my combo getting 2 grain per round, eating some raw grain was not as big a deal as I thought it was going to be. Ultimately, round 9 is probably where I get just enough out of round 9. Like, round 9 goes pretty much perfectly, getting the 2 read into major improvement. Because there is no guarantee that I will major improvement there. Yeah. And if it's a late family growth game, then building the room would have been really awful. Power 0. Let's get that up. All right, guys, that's going to be all from me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. I will be back tomorrow. It's going to be later than I announced because I got asked to go play soccer. So it's going to be a late start again tomorrow. Similar, probably a bit earlier, around a similar time to today. So between 9 and 10 p.m. start. And then, yeah, we'll see you then. Thanks for hanging out.